Let's talk about Dalvin Cook for a second. So, Dalvin Cook has had a interesting road since leaving Minnesota. Goes to the Jets. A lot of people think that it's just yet another piece to a championship caliber cog. And then we understand that machine completely broke 4 plays in or with Aaron Rodgers rupturing his Achilles. And there's been a bevy of issues with the Jets this year. Most of it obviously is stemming from their handling of the quarterback position. But another one has been their handling of the running back position. But I'm not going to put that on the coaching staff. And honestly, I'm not really putting it on Dalvin Cook. I'm putting his decision making on him. But going into it, you knew. I don't know how much Dalvin Cook has in the tank. That's the issue, and that's the fear that you run into when we talk about running backs. It's that running back is probably the most appreciating asset on a football team, because the more that they do, the more their value is, the more toll it takes on the body, which ultimately shortens your career span, your career. You can look at Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry had a down year this year. I know it's hard to look at players like that and look at running backs that were once incredible and now they're slowing down, but that's what happens at the running back position. You take so many hits, and those hits, the more you get hit, you don't get fresher. I'll say that. But with Dalvin Cook, the Vikings ran him to the ground. So I didn't know. You don't really know how much he has. And going to the Jets, it seemed like a wasted opportunity, a wasted year, not only because of Aaron Rodgers, but everyone and their mama knew that the Jets didn't need him, because you have Breece Hall, who was the leading candidate of Offensive Rookie of the Year last year before he got hurt. So I didn't know. I knew that you can't take rushes and you can't take touches away from Breece Hall. He's young. He had an incredible season, and he was on fire to start the year, and he's been on fire majority of this year. So I knew that it wasn't going to be, I'm not going to say I knew it wasn't going to be a good fit. What I was saying was it didn't seem like it was going to be a good fit for Dalvin Cook to go to the Jets, especially after seeing what happened with Aaron Rodgers. But the news that came out is obviously the Jets and Dalvin Cook parted ways, and he was not picked up on waivers. For people that don't understand what that means, I'm gonna stop, because I've seen a lot of people's like, why didn't a team just pick him up on waivers? Right? Pick him up on waivers means that you have to pay the contract that whatever team that he just left gave him. And the reason why you don't want to do that is because it could be a large contract. And if you let him go to free agency, I think that the team that he just left has to obviously pay him whatever was guaranteed. But you're not on the hook for that. If he hits free agency and you pick him up, you can give him whatever contract that you want to give him in that whatever contract he accepts. But Dalvin Cook chose the Ravens. And this feels so much like when Leonard Fournette went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Tom Brady. Now, obviously, they didn't go at the same time, but Leonard Fournette was on the Jaguars and hit free agency. Was upset with the Jaguars. They parted ways, or they cut him, I believe, and he went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and ultimately helped them win a championship, or helped them win a Super Bowl. I think the key word in that situation is helped. I'm gonna just keep it a bean. If you're a team that is depending on Dalvin Cook, like if Dalvin Cook is your missing piece to winning a Super Bowl, you're not a Super Bowl caliber team. If Dalvin Cook, if you're expecting Dalvin Cook to come in and take wide or running back 1 reps, you're not a championship caliber team, or you have bigger holes than you think. I just don't think that Dalvin Cook, not only in his career, but at this point of the season, I mean, we're at week 18. I don't think that Dalvin Cook is a game changer for the Ravens. What I do think it is, he is insurance. And I think, like Leonard Fournette, you don't need him, but he is an integral part, and he can be an integral part. The Ravens have been the model organization all year, whether we talk about Lamar Jackson, whether we talk about the run game. Again, people forget the run game, like usual years with this Ravens team, has dealt with huge injuries, whether we talk about Mitchell, whether we talk about J.K. Dobbins. But you don't notice it because of a Justice Hill, because of a Gus Edwards, because of Melvin Gordon, who has been pretty much on the practice squad. He came in and he scored a touchdown last game. So they've been able to plug and play, and they've been able to get the best out of their team. This has been a motto franchise all season. I think that this has been oh man. I'm going to talk about this a little bit when I give my predictions, but I think, again, this is about insurance. This gives you a person, a big name, someone that has history at being dominant at the running back position. And don't get me wrong, this is no offense to Justice Hill. There's no offense to Gus Edwards, or no offense to the running backs that's been there. But I think that Dalvin Cook does give them a name that they can lean on. I'm not saying that if they have to lean on Dalvin Cook, things are going awry. Things are not working out the way that they hoped that they would be. But it just gives them a name. And honestly, because of what I've seen from the Ravens this year, I don't think that Dalvin Cook is going to get much playing time, because I think that they're going to trust what they've had all year. They're going to trust a Gus Edwards. They're going to trust Lamar Jackson, obviously. They're going to trust Justice Hill. They're going to trust the system. I think Dalvin Cook is a in case of emergency type situation. And it helps that you don't go to a team that you could potentially see in the playoffs. But I think that it was smart on Dalvin Cook's part to go to the Ravens. And I think it was smart for the Ravens to get him. I mean, you're only better unless he's a locker room cancer, which I have never heard that about Dalvin Cook. And for people that keep sending, like when they're talking about this trade and they said, oh, they're getting a dog, and they keep showing FSU, Florida State University highlights. Bro, you realize Dalvin Cook was drafted in 2017? I don't know if you know, but I think that was when Obama was still in administration. Yo, it's not working, brother. It's not working. Just no. But I will say that I do think it was perfect for Dalvin Cook. Again, he hasn't done much at all this year. He had 67 carries for 214 yards, which could be a blessing. It could be you're getting a more fresh Dalvin Cook, of course, you're not getting a Dalvin Cook at his heights. I think those days are long gone. But you're getting a fresher Dalvin Cook, and this is yet another piece that you can use in the playoffs, especially a team that aspirations, at least right now, is Super Bowl. And it would kind of be shocking and kind of be a major disappointment. And we talk about think pieces. We'd get think pieces galore if this team doesn't at least make it to a Super Bowl. And I think that Dalvin Cook is a good piece to add. Like, again, I look at this move kind of like when Leonard Fournette was added to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They didn't need him, but he did turn out being a great addition for their chances to win a Super Bowl, which they ultimately won with him, which is where he got the moniker Playoff Lenny. So shouts out to the Ravens and shouts out to Dalvin Cook. Oh, man, you stayed to the end of the video. I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss any content from your boy. You can also go back and watch past episodes, past clips, and don't forget that the Unpopular Podcast, new episodes drop every Wednesday and Saturday. Appreciate you.